Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to prepare for you chicken piquant. And this is one of those go-to dishes that you make after a hard day. You've worked all day long, and you just want to throw something fast together for you and your family. This is one of those dishes. And I'm going to serve this along with orzo, with Parmesan cheese. And it's made with capers, and capers are a rosebud of a flower that is usually pickled with vinegar. And what I did was I washed and drained the capers, and I chopped them. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of capers in there in the sauce. But let's get to the chicken first. So what I did here was I put some olive oil and some butter, a tablespoon of butter in the we're going to give it some heat. Okay. So we gave it some heat, and what I did over here was I salted and peppered the chicken breasts. Okay, so they're all ready to go. So let's put this on a little bit of a high heat so that we're going to be able to fry. And what I'm going to do, let's get this up. Let's melt that butter. So I'm going to dredge the cutlets, and they're very thinly sliced. You can pound them, or you can buy them like this if you like. And I'm going to put it into the skillet. Okay. Now I have about 6 cutlets here. They should be able to fit, but let's see. Sizzle on that. Okay, I think I don't know if we could get one more in. Let's try, because these shrink a little as they're cooking. Let's see if we can get one more in. Yeah, but you don't want to overcrowd, but we did get them in. There we go. Okay. And so we're going to brown it on one side. Let me wash my hands because I did touch chicken. Okay. And let's see. So now we're going to brown these. Just want to get a higher temperature. Now, when you're preparing the chicken, this is going to take, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes just to brown the chicken. We're going to put the chicken in the plate, and then I'm going to make the sauce. So let's brown this chicken first. Put a nice little brown on it. And so the sauce, what happens is the flour that remains in the pan is gonna create, when you put, it's sort of gonna make a roux in a sense. We're not gonna put in extra flour, but the flour that will stay in the pan with the butter and the oil will make a little sauce. So that's what we're trying to do today. And I really love cooking like this because it's not This is not a very hard thing to do, not a very hard dish to create. You just need to if you get your ingredients ready, the chicken, you can buy it thin. You don't really have to pound it if you don't want to. So we're going to let this fry for a little bit, and then I'm going to, when we come back in a minute, we're going to take it out of the skillet, and then later I'll prepare the sauce. Now we're ready for the sauce. I took out the cutlets. You see how nice and brown they came? So now into that same pan, I'm going to put in a cup of chicken stock, and I'm going to scrape those bits and pieces on the bottom of the pan, and you're going to let this simmer a little bit until it thickens slightly. Okay. I'm going to raise the heat a little bit up to give it a chance to thicken. And like I said, those little bits in the bottom of flour are going to turn this into a little bit of a sauce that we're going to put on top of that chicken. Alright, now the chicken stock that I used came from a can. You can use your own chicken stock if you like. That will give it the extra flavor. And what we're doing here now is we're creating the sauce. Okay. Just let it bubble a little. And now what I'm going to do is I have my capers. We're going to put the capers in. There, like that. And we're going to let that simmer a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some lemon juice, and I have a handful, a small and there like that. Take out, see, it just fell in there. We're going to take that out. Okay. And let that simmer just a little bit more. Okay. And now I'm going to put in some fresh chopped parsley. And just let this grill down a little. And this is just going to be just lovely over those cutlets today. And in the end, right before I'm going to take this out of the pan and pour it over the cutlets, I'm going to put a dab of butter in it to thicken it. Just want to thicken it a little more. Just that way. Now I'm going to close the gas, or the heat, I'm sorry. You might have electric heat. And I'm just going to put in some butter. And that's going to thicken the sauce. Okay. And that's it. Now what I'm going to do is just pour this sauce right over the chicken like that. There you go. And that's your chicken picante. Let me take some more. Okay, and that's it. And hi, so I'm going to prepare the orzo for you, and what I have in here, I would say it's about a half a cup of what I use is fat-free half and half, which gives the same effect as if you would use heavy cream. I don't like to use heavy cream because it's just too much, too heavy on your stomach and everything else. So what I do here is I have a teaspoon of butter going in there, and the butter's going to melt in there, and I'm going to add a clove of garlic. Okay? And that's going to create a little bit of a sauce for your orzo. And that garlic is going to simmer in the half and half milk. You could use milk. If you prefer cream, you could use cream. But when I use this half and half, the fat-free half and half, I get the same effect as if it was heavy cream. And it's even lighter for you. Okay? Okay. I'm going to bring it to a slight bubble. And I have my orzo here boiling, and I'm going to strain it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the orzo. And let's lower this. Let that simmer. Just a little bit more there. Okay. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out that piece of garlic that we used. That was 1 clove of garlic. Let this simmer. Going to put in some Parmesan cheese, about 3 teaspoons. You can add more, less if you want. So we're going to let that simmer lightly. Just gonna let this cook for a little. So we're going to let this cook, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to taste it for you. Okay, so we've completed our dish today. We have the chicken piquant with some orzo, which has cream, butter, Parmesan cheese with a little parsley on top. Here I have some extra sauce. If you like, you can put some extra sauce as you're eating, as you're serving rather. And also my camera lady mentioned to me, I forgot to tell you, that I used a cup of orzo. Okay? So anyway, I already plated myself some orzo. And now I'm going to take one of the cutlets. And here I'm going to put some more sauce over it. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to put just a little more Parmesan on top. And now I'm going to taste it for you. I don't know what to say. This is out of this world. So I just tasted the chicken for you. Let's taste the orzo. I mean, it's just delicious. You taste the parsley, the garlic, the milk, the cheese. It's just, I'm taking another spoonful. This is so delicious and it's so satisfying. So, if you like this dish, subscribe, leave a comment. I want you to try the dishes that I'm making for you. This is absolutely, if you can serve 2 or 3 people with this for an evening meal, and it's just delicious. So I'll see you next time. Enjoy.